Good evening, everyone. Hope you've had an excellent day and an excellent night, and you're ready for more excellent spiring and slaying. Anyways, thanks for being here. Let's play some Slay the Spire. We're gonna keep rotating through the characters and get higher in Ascensions. I probably should start with Defect because they're the only one who's lower, but I'm going to do either Regent or Necrobinder. And I think we'll just start with Regent. Good to see you, Ashiaka. How you doing, Fury? Always good to see you, Glacier. Okay, here's the Soulfish. I vaguely remember what they do. Excellent slaying. Sir, we do not expect excellence. We know that only Jank wants to. I mean, you're not wrong. I think you all know what you come here for. Alright. Lead Paperweight, 1 of 2 colorless cards added to the deck. Obtain a random rare card. I still really wish this was an actual rare draft. Because, like, rare cards really range in this game. I don't know. Let's do the rare card, see what the fuck we get. I mean, it's not bad, but it is rather unwieldy currently. It's a good card, though. Or at least it can be. I think we're just going to the left through the multiple elites and rest points. We wouldn't hit a shop, which is concerning, but fine. And again, unfortunately, like, I can't use the rare card that I got, more or less. I sort of can, but, like, I need to not use the other star card that I have, and I have to use the Venerate. Either way, I'm going to go up to 5 stars, so when I do roll back into the Comet, I do just one-shot one of these guys. Point in case. And then we're just going to block the damage he does and not attack into his Thorns. Sure. I could have just killed him this turn, because I could have done that and then done the strike. For some reason, I didn't think of that as a possibility. Doesn't matter. He is just dead. It just, I had already committed to the blocks before I had, like, thought about it. I mean, these are good, but I already am having trouble with stars. I don't think I need the Gamma Blast when I've already got the Comet, which is a very similar idea. I do like the Reflect, but again, I need way better star generation before I can use that. And the Parry, I did like when I was doing Forge, but I just realized that Gamma Blast is the Kamehameha pose. It definitely is. This game is chock full of references. Yeah, I'll skip these. I don't dislike them, I just can't really use them well at the moment. And, like, maybe it's still worth taking them anyways, but we are only doing 4 damage, so unfortunately, can't quite kill him. I like the Sea Punk's little kicks. Honestly, I have not paid enough attention to it. Seven damage to all enemies. I do want Glitter Stream, Crush Under. Its attack animations are little kicks. Yeah, I mean, I figured that's what we're getting at. I just haven't paid enough attention to it. I do like Glitter Stream. Crush Under also seems pretty good. I think we're going to take that partly because we know that one of the elites in this zone really encourages us to have AoE damage. Okay, we'll set up the stars for the Comet. We'll do some damage. We'll block. Unfortunately, they're unhelpful. Well, we're taking damage because really didn't draw like I wanted to. If I had drawn a third strike, I could have just killed one of them. Or if I had drawn the comet, I similarly could have just killed one of them. But I did not. Okay, well, there we go. Duplicator's cool. I do like Crescent Spear. I'm gonna take another Crush Under, though. This one. Yeah, so, like, you all know that I want to take the damage right now. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do. It's just that, like, I'm looking ahead at 3 elite fights. Or even 4 elite fights. And maybe it's better to just take the healing now. Since I am already down 20. Trying to think even what elites are here. All I can think are the sea serpents. Oh, and I guess there's the giant serpent statue. Gotcha, that's the other one. Yeah, we'll do the healing. I do really want to do the max HP, but I should do this. Also, I don't think I've taken this at one before, so. You decline the temptation of the waters, instead gathering crystalline salts that have formed along the edges. As you apply them to your skin, the pools churn and froth agitatedly. The ambient temperature drops noticeably, and for a moment, all reflective surfaces in the room show a version of you that seems hollow-eyed and diminished. You can't shake the feeling of having missed something transformative. You know, I do feel like I'm missing out. Also, eel. Yeah, that's what I'm describing as the big serpent. I could do the Falling Star, but I really want to save the stars for the comet, so we're just gonna take damage like a chump. Yeah, I'm going to take 1 damage here. I think it's just better to get the damage off, since, like, I need to get him low on HP. Actually, Snake's eel, is it statue or is that the other act one? Oh, yeah. You're right. I was spacing out that we're on the other act one. But yeah, the coral. Which is not too bad, though it does take a while to kill. Okay, I don't love this, but I'm just going to use the duplicator now so I get the kill. Because otherwise I have to take a huge amount of damage. Ornamental Fan is not unwelcome. Tyranny is interesting. Also quite the picture. Start of your turn, draw 1 card and exhaust 1 card from your hand. I've decided Coral Thing's name is Carl because Tom, I think, was saying Coral, but it sounded like Carl to me. So I thought you were doing that because of Darkest Dungeon, because I know of at least one streamer and in the Darkest Dungeon community who always calls the Coral event Carl. And I know that, you know, his viewers and other people in the community call it Carl for that reason too. Funny to think that it is totally separate from that. Tyranny is interesting. I don't think it's actually helpful for me. I think Void Form is good. I do feel like I'm just building the exact same deck that I have last time I played Regen. I mean, I didn't have the Crush Unders, but I was doing Void Form and Stars. Yeah, I mean, we'll take Void Form. Remind me, what's the upgrade on Void Form? Oh, it goes to 3 instead of 2. I guess I'll do that. I do want to do the Crush Unders because making them lose 2 strength instead of 1 strength is really good, and I probably should have done that, but here we are. I really want to do the Crush Under, but getting Void Form up is just so good. I do take a bunch of damage, unfortunately. But here we are. Okay, so we're gonna kill you. And I just barely block everything, so that's nice. Yeah, and then that one kind of goes to waste, but that's fine. I think it was still best to spread out the damage. And we, once again, have enough block. And so it's all well and good. Okay. And we just barely aren't taking damage. Well, not just barely, but... yeah, somewhat concerning. Oh, that didn't kill you. For some reason, I thought it was going to. Well... I unfortunately do take a little bit of damage, but oh well. There we go. I'll do Smooth Stone is okay. Whenever you play a card this turn, gain 1 strength this turn. Don't think I need that. Do I want the glow? The problem is, like, I don't super need the star buildup if I'm just playing all my stars with Void Form. I'm going to skip, though. Maybe I should take it. And then we're definitely going to go here. I'm going to rest. Sure. Let's go for the greed. Happy Flower is fine. Maybe helps me play out the Void Form occasionally. Well, sadly can't do the Comet. I do end up blocking everything, which is nice. I do end up taking some damage. I almost did that in the wrong order. Okay, so now we can play the Void form with impunity because they're stunned. He's going to try to run with my gold. How you doing, Tesserar? Unfortunately, I have to use all of my attacks on him because I'm weakened. But at least we're able to kill him. And I don't take damage. It just feels a little silly that I have to go through all that effort for it. Yeah, I'll take the Kingly Punch, I guess. I'm not, like, totally convinced by it. Well, I do get enough block. Well, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do that because it generates extra block. Doesn't really matter that I didn't do that first because there's a limit to how much damage I can do to him either way. We'll do the Void form, even though we're not getting damage on him. Unfortunately, he's at 41, so even if I do the max damage, it's still going to take us multiple turns to kill him. I don't think that's going to be too big of an issue, though, because I think I'm just not going to be doing the max damage. Especially now that I'm actually drawing into the days that he put in. At least we're not taking damage. Yet. Well, unfortunately, here's that turn that we were afraid of. Well, goodbye. Nearly 20 health. Also unhelpful that the Happy Flower was that turn. I will skip these. The Razor Tooth is sort of appealing. And then we definitely need to heal. I have not seen this one. Waterlogged Scriptorium. Navigating the murky passages, you stumble upon a withered figure working a small shop. The multitude of shelves are stuffed full of damp scrolls and parchment. Noticing a patron has entered, the scribe shopkeeper snaps to attention and gestures at some implements arranged on a desk. Bloody Ink, 6 max HP. Tentacle Quill, 65 gold. Enchanted card with Steady, gains Retain. Or 155 for 2 cards with Retain. I'm reasonably happy to put Retain on Comet. Maybe even to put on Void form as well. Yeah, I'm okay with doing that. Just helps smooth out bad draws. The scribe grabs the prickly sponge. It squeaks! And dabs it across your scrolls. Squeak, squeak, squeak. The prickly texture leaves behind shimmering marks that seem to stabilize the ink. Okay. And it's him again. Alright. Well, I do think we just want to do the Void form right off the bat. I do take damage, but whatever it is, that's just life. Okay. And with him being weakened, we now are blocking enough. Well, we knocked him down enough that he was stunned either way, I guess. Alright, well, let's hopefully draw well. Preferably Not what I was hoping for, but doesn't matter. It's still enough. Well, those are certainly not the attacks I wanted to get upgraded. Take a glitter stream. Order. I'm aware. I know I should have looked at the thing first. Okay. I will just upgrade the Kingly Punch. We do have the Razor Tooth, so it naturally gets upgraded when I play it anyways, but this means that it gets more power the first time I draw it no matter what, which I appreciate. Yeah, like the Crush Unders would be nice, but we'll just do the Void Form and save the other potions if we need them later. The Beckon does somewhat concern me. I always forget that this fish adds garbage cards to your deck. Even though that is, like, the main thing it does. It's just that what I normally remember about it is that it does intangible. That's what I think of when I think of this boss. Would really love to get rid of the Venerate. Since we're just playing out our star cards with the Void Form anyways. Well, unfortunately, can't really hurt him this turn. It was a bad turn to have the Kingly Punch. But, oh well. Ends up not mattering. We easily murder him, gross ash fish that he is. 5 damage, Forge 5. Forges an additional 5 for every other time you've hit the enemy this turn. I mean, honestly, I don't hate it. Next turn, put 2 cards from your draw pile into your hand. That's also pretty good for me. Yeah, I'll take the foregone conclusion, I guess. I kind of like the beaten shape, but I think this is pretty decent for me. Hello! I'm the Regent. Hello? Hello? Quiet down now. Take a part of me and be on your way. Pale Steers! If you enter turn with unspent energy, gain an additional 2 energy next turn. Enchant all defense with Goopy. Or doubles block gain from a card, then goes to sleep for 2 turns. I mean, I kind of want to make the blocks Goopy. I would like more, like, strong attacks. That is the thing I would appreciate. Sure, I'll take the claws, I guess. Okay, so there is a merchant here. It's not, like, critically important since I did spend a lot of my golds with the enchantments, but I'm still want to route for that and do some things. Okay, ideally we get the Void Form this turn, which we did. So we play... I'm greedily going to do the Defend. So I would like to play out all the Defend so I can get the permanent gain on them. Also, I knew I'd be able to break his defense and stun him this turn anyways. Since we had the retain on the Comet. Okay, and we just kind of blew him up. Yeah, I'll take a second upgraded Kingly Punch, I guess. Next turn, gain energy and stars, retain your hand. Omni Slice. 8 damage, damage all other enemies equal to the damage dealt. Okay. We probably want the Bag of Preparation. Unfortunately, I can't also do the card removal, but I think this is good enough. So there we are. Yeah, I mean, I can actually just do the Comet, so let's just do the Comet. So I could just straight up kill him. I wouldn't be playing out the defense. I think that's fine. Though I would like to play out the defense in every battle if I can. I do want my Kingly Punch back. I think it's reasonably good for me. Reflect, I do like. Yeah, I think I want that more than the Glitter Stream. Yeah, I think I do. Um, 12 damage to everyone. Can we throw the merchant for 100 gold? The problem... So I'm not visiting a merchant for a long while. And maybe not visiting another one in this act at all. So we'll just do the random uncommon potion. Yeah, we'll get rid of the vulnerable potion for the duplicator. I do like the Razor Tooth. Blood Vial is appealing too, though. Nope. Happy Flower for Permafrost. First time you play a power, each combat gains 6 block. Hello, Cat Place. How you doing? I kind of like that. It smooths out the turn where I play the Void Form. We're doing this run. We are playing Void Form, and we are murdering enemies with stars. The extra energy doesn't matter that much, and I have to make one of these trades, which is a little annoying. There are turns where it's nice that I get the energy on the same turn that I'm doing the Void Form, but I guess I'll still do this. That's fine. Unfortunately, you don't cost 0, and I really wish that you did. And I can't even do the fortifier that turn if I want to. And I kind of wanted to, but can't because it ends my turn immediately. Okay, well, we're going to hit you because that weakens you and you're the one doing the most damage. Alright. I still take some damage, unfortunately. I do have the Crush Unders coming up, which will do a fair bit of work for me. Not this turn, but they do exist. Really want to get rid of the Venerate. I hate that these guys weaken me. Especially because they keep doing it. To be fair, I think it's the front one who does that. Or maybe they rotate through. But either way, the point is, I think I could kind of stop them if I just committed to killing one of them. As I have done in the past. But either way, it is nice to get them all low down. So I can kill them all together. Yeah. There we go. Well, we took some damage, but not too terrible. I don't give a shit about Juzu Bracelet. Why couldn't that have been the artifact that I traded away? Star Potion is kind of nice, but I think we don't worry about it. Yeah, I think I'd rather have these. We're going to rest. Upgrades are nice, but they're a little less important while I have the Razor Tooth, and I strongly appreciate the other things. Vajra is fine. So I was going to go here, but I think I actually would rather go to this one so I can get the rest, even though I missed out on the events. Well, I missed out on one event. Yeah, I think that's just better. These guys are certainly not ideal for me. Well, I thought I had to select now for some reason, but it makes a lot more sense that I don't. Anyways, let's weaken you, I guess. Because what we want is the Crush Unders. Okay, well, we kill you, and then we take a little bit of damage. Maybe we should have just played out the defend. It's not a ton of damage, though. But I think I could have done this without taking any damage, and therefore probably should have just done that. Okay. I will play out the defense. I do want them to get their permanent power, and I'm not too worried about these guys at this point. Okay. You know, not perfect, but could be worse. I think I still don't want to take that. Orbit's cool, but I don't think it really matters to me right now. Maybe it should, but I would love to have the... I would love to have the Reflect this turn, but I don't, sadly. Okay, let's do this. And then we'll do the Void Form. So that way I'm not taking damage. And we do a chunk of damage back to him, which I don't hate. And then we're going to start ruining his life. I'm actually going to stop there because, like, too much of my deck is garbage now. Yeah, and if I at least get the defend, I can mitigate that. Could do the Fortifier. I think I'm just okay with taking some damage. But, like, we did greatly reduce how much damage it was. Now, I just would really like to draw some real cards. Unfortunately, we're just not quite there. Alright, I think we just suck it up. We're taking 13 damage. I'm probably just going to heal right after this, so that's okay. We really need to draw any attack here, though, but we did. Well, it wasn't attacking that turn, so it was a little less important, but still. Raise the max HP. It's also like healing 10. Cosmic Indifference is pretty decent for us, kind of. Yeah, I'll take that. It's not like the highest block card, but it's got a nice effect. Another Cosmic Indifference, sort of interesting. Mind Blast! Would really love, like, the Anchor. But we're just going to get rid of the Venerate. Do I want Cosmic Indifference? Kind of. Just because, like, getting back the Comet and or, like, Reflect or Kingly Punch, all of those are quite good. I'm still going to skip, though. Like, I'm a little wary of things. Okay, so I can do an attack for free, because he refunds me the energy. Okay, whatever, we'll do that, and I will play out one of the defends, even though it's not necessary. I think he doesn't attack next turn. And then we have exactly enough block because we trigger the Ornamental Fan. No, this is the turn where he does attack. Concerning. I don't know why I put that one on top, but I did. I mean, it sort of is okay, because... Anyways, we take some damage. Not the end of the world. Would have been nice to reflect on that turn. Oh, well. We're playing this kind of slowly. We're going to get the Void Form up now, finally. I was just trying to reduce how much damage I was taking from him. That's essentially what we were doing. Anyways, we get energy from that. We're going to make sure we do this while it costs us nothing. Similarly with that. And then we're going to get back the Comet. Getting back the Kingly Punch. Also pretty decent, but pretty happy to just murder his ass with that. Whenever an enemy dies, gain energy, draw a card. It's fine. First time we've seen that in Slay the Spire 2. Draw 3 cards. Choose a skill in hand. Play it 3 times. I mean, I don't have that many skills that are, like, truly worth that. But I'll take it, I guess. Sure, I'll do that, I guess. I don't know. Not totally convinced that that's correct, but here we are nonetheless. Yeah, we'll just do the Void Form right off the bat. I take some damage, but getting the Void Form up is just so good for me. Okay, we take some damage, but it's a doable amount of damage, especially if I can just murder one of the Crab Claws in a reasonable time frame. Yeah, you're not gonna hurt me, so we'll just set this up. I'd rather focus on killing this one. I mean, I should be splitting my attention between them. It doesn't super matter, because I have very few choices there, but here we are. Interesting. Sure. We'll let that get played out 3 times. Because then we get 3 stacks of Reflect. Unfortunately, it doesn't triple the damage returned, but it does stack it for 3 turns. And I will do that. Well, I have tons of block this turn, despite being frail. He's almost dead. Haven't really done a whole lot over here, but we'll work on that. Oh, that didn't kill you. For some reason I thought I would, but I was weakened, so it was slightly less damage. Either way, that's fine. I'm sort of okay with not killing you yet, I guess. Forgot that I was going to draw off the Gremlin Horn. Like, it's sort of fine. I can't play out the Comet because I don't have the stars, but I also get to retain it anyways. What are you even doing this turn? Just attacking for a shitty little amount? Also, the Comet wouldn't have pierced his block last turn anyways. Either way, here we are. Pretty easy for us. Yeah, I'll take 7 stars. I can't take, like, an unlimited number of star things, but I can take a decent number. Start turn, gain 7 block. Transform cards into Maul. Or add a whistle. 33 damage, stun the enemy, and exhaust. I just want the 7 block. Like, defense is sort of my weak point right now, and that seems reasonably good for us. Queen and her gimmick is maybe a little bad for us, but we're probably mostly alright. Could fight 4 elites. I think I probably don't want to. What even are the elites in the zone? The only one I can think of is the Mecha Knight. It might be the 3 Knights. I can't remember if they're an elite or not. I feel like they probably are. Couldn't tell you what the other one is, though. Alternatively, I could dodge the elites and just, like, hang to the left here, go through some events and a rest point. And, like, that's fine. I kind of want to do the elites, I just don't know that's really necessary. Sure, we'll go this way. We'll see how it goes. Well. Caw-caw. Well, I do appreciate just my passive block. Although he grows out of control pretty fast. And it does stack up its permanent defend 3 times, which is cute. Okay, so we vulnerable weak you, and then we just fucking murder your ass. I mean, I could wait to play out more of the defense. I don't really think that is worth wasting everyone's time. Nope. Black hole. Whenever you spend or gain stars, 3 damage to all enemies. I like the idea of that. Not at all useful right now. The Act 1 enemies getting sucked into the black hole is kind of cute. Gain strength. All enemies lose strength. It's not the worst thing for me, but at this point I don't think it's super necessary. How you doing, JJ? I guess we probably just get rid of a strike. Could also get rid of the falling star, but that's doing okay for me right now. It just, maybe I'm at a point where I have too many star cards, and I definitely can end up in situations where I can't play out all of them. But who knows? I kind of want to know what the attacks do. Sure. 2 additional times. That's not bad. I definitely don't need the weak and the vulnerable. We'll just do the hit 3 times. Again, wish you could turn that down. I'm fine with taking it this time, more or less, but I just really wish that you could turn shit down in this game. Nope, not seeing those. Yeah, so this is one of the elites. Not surprised by that. Yeah, I think it's just important that I do this immediately. Okay, well, let's do this, and yeah, I was hoping to draw into the 7 stars. Oh, I should have done the comet first. Whoops, wrong order. Sure, we'll do that. Can't do the reflect this turn, sadly. But that's sort of okay. Well, we did kind of just murder them. I did take a little bit of damage on turn 1, so it wasn't perfect, but it was, you know, it was pretty good. We just play those out for their permanent scaling, and then we murder him real good. I mean, Unceasing Top is just not going to matter to me. I maybe want the Gambler's Brew. Yeah, I will take that. It just helps me get the Void form up as quick as possible. I'll just take the damage. I don't really need the golds, but here we are. Fine. Don't care about upgrading the defend, but so be it. Yeah, I have nowhere to spend the gold unless that event ends up helping. Alright, I take some damage, so be it. Considered using the Fortifier Potion. I didn't. Okay, I now have a lot of block. Let's see the other star one next. And then we just get as much damage as we can get. Because he does still have a lot of life and does do a lot of damage. And unfortunately weakens me now. Sure. Oh, it didn't even occur to me that I would draw that immediately with the Unceasing Top. Well, that was a little annoying, but fine. Not the end of the world. Pretty confident we just kind of murder him either way. Sure. No. Not taking the Flex Potion, though it could do some good work for me. We're definitely going to heal now, especially because I don't know how badly the elites are going to go. Kind of want to just save the vigor for the 7 stars. I think I'm not going to, though. For a lot of reasons. Yeah, like, I don't know when I'm actually going to get to play out the 7 stars at this rate. How you doing, Tom? Good to see you. Okay, I will waste that. That's fine. I wish I had the artifact that let me preserve block till the next turn. Well, I do appreciate that he's not attacking me. I do take a bit of damage. Oh, no, I don't, because I get the extra block from the permafrost. So, there we go, then. Unfortunately, he blocks the weakness. He does take the vulnerable, so there is that, but... Doing fine. Had idea of a random wordplay, but we're not playing Ironclad. Fair enough. So much block. Anyways, he's dead. There we go. He does have a cute death animation. For every 10 stars spent, gain block. The problem is, pretty sure my playing them for free doesn't count, which makes that pretty worthless for me. Whenever you play a colorless card, gain strength. Do I have colorless cards? I've got one. It feels pretty unnecessary. It is cute, but I'm gonna skip. It just, like, it would be good a little bit. Oh, this is new. I appreciate that these are all enemies, including this being one of the bosses from Slay the Spire 1. The Round Tea Party. You find an invitation for a Sir Galilot to a tea party and decide to show up in his stead. Upon entering an unassuming rotunda, you find yourself in the midst of commanders, generals, warlords, and mercenaries having tea? The gigantic knight donning a golden crown speaks. Thou art late for tea? Enjoy your tea. Obtain royal poison. Heal to full HP. Start of each combat, lose 4 HP. It's fine. Lose 11 HP, obtain a random relic. That's also probably fine. So this heals me for 23, and I'm only going to lose 8 total health from it. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and do that. You grab a teacup and down it in one go. It's scalding hot, but you don't change your expression. The patrons are stunned by your lack of self-preservation. We meant no offense, Sir Galilot. Our sincerest apologies. You enjoy some tea and crumpets, unaware of the poison you've ingested. Well, fair enough. Yeah, this was the one that I wanted to fight least. Fine. Well, don't love him weakening me, but mostly going okay. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't draw all the cards because reasons. We'll just actually power this one up a couple times. They're all strong enough for me to block enough. So I figure I may as well make one of the weaker ones a little stronger. Just want to make sure I didn't have, like, a star card in hand. I'll just power that up. I couldn't kill him this turn, and he still got a ton of vulnerable on him, so the chances that we kill him this turn are very high. I.e., we just do that, and he gets absolutely ruined. Yeah, I think instead of that, I'm actually just taking the energy potion. It's a shame that I didn't use that, because I almost used on this fight, and I could have prevented myself from taking the damage. I could upgrade something, but with the Razor Tooth, that ends up mattering a lot less. I'll just take the heal, even though it feels silly that I just healed to full and then took damage and had to heal again. Also, I'm taking 4 damage as soon as the fight begins. But, there we go. Well, we have the Void form. I took the Gambler's Brew partly just to have access to the Void form. But, so be it. Okay. We have a bunch of block. We'll do that. I probably should have done this differently. That's fine. I also thought about Gambler's Brewing to get rid of these cards. But here we are. Sure, I'll do the Reflect. I'm gonna do that so I can get the 7 stars back. I'll just play that and waste it. I know I am wasting the defense after I went through all the trouble of, like, powering them up, but I just also don't care about drawing them for the most part. I hope this worked correctly. Yeah, I was worried for just a little bit that it was going to prevent me from playing it the second time because it was bound. You can only play one of the bound cards a turn. But it did not give me grief. And then we get the Mad Science, and that kills. There we go. Anyways, pretty simple. The only damage we took was the damage that we took from the Royal Poison at the very beginning of the fight. We were, in fact, pretty strong. I do like Regent as a character. I think he's cool. The Loud Fool returns. I'm neither loud nor a fool. Face me. And thus he dies. Once more. Oh boy. Ascension 4 unlocked. I don't know what well-fed means, and I can't hover it to find out. Chapter 3, Cultists, Tales from the Spire. Ka! Ka! Such a humiliating defeat. Their places of worship and sacrifices desecrated over and over by ruinous invaders. Has Mazaleth forsaken us? Food within the spire has become scarce as the bug population surges. The flock escape to the lower rungs of the spire and scrape by on seaweed and sewer critters. They've had a hard life. Unlocked event, Trash Heap. Didn't think we'd be unlocking an event, but fair enough. Okay, so what is Ascension for? Start each run with one less potion slot. I'm not that surprised by that, I guess, but I don't love that. I mean, it's fine. The potions are strong. And it makes sense for them to not want you to be able to hoard them as much. Poor flabbergasted fellows just got trampled by the throne they were carrying. It's true. Yeah, I think we do Necrobinder next. Again, we're mostly just going to be rotating between the characters. I've brought you back! One potion can win game. And with that, you won't win otherwise. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say the potions are winning the game on their own, but they can be strong. They definitely can tip things to help quite a bit. Random rare card, transformer card. Again, really wish that this was a draft. I don't really like being given a random one, but I don't know. I maybe go for that. There's some cool rare cards with Necrobinder that I'd like to build around. There's also a lot of stuff that would be somewhat underwhelming to see. Yeah, we'll just do that. Eidolon. Exhaust your hand. If 9 cards were exhausted this way, gain intangible. Great. In my A10 Necrobinder run, I got a skill that makes other card repeat, and I won only because of having repeat on my nuke. I mean, yeah. Skill from potion. Yeah. I feel like saying that one potion across the entire run made you win the run, I think is too reductive. Like, there's a lot of other choices and things and events that led to that moment. Like, it certainly helped. It certainly helped you win that battle. But I wouldn't say that that's the only reason you won that run. Well, this was not the card that I wanted to get. But so be it. Not sure what we're going to do with that. I don't really want to take the route on the right, which is 3 elites and no rest spots. Like, that's just a lot. If we take the center... Well, if we take this path, we'd have to fight 3 elites, which is also maybe dubious. Because again, in this zone, it's the sea serpent, the eel, and the coral. And probably at least one of those is going to give me grief. I don't know, the left path is probably just the right thing to do, even if it's kind of underwhelming. Without the potion, I wouldn't be winning. Other factors kind of allowed me to get there, but in that specific situation, I wasn't winning without potion, and I did try different options of potion. So it's kind of all relative. Yeah, like, I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I think it is too much to say that the potion explicitly won you the game. Okay, let's just try not to take damage that we don't have to take. Also, why are people hating this act and boss? I couldn't tell you. I have not been following much of the discourse on this game yet, since I mostly want to like learn the game and see the sights on my own before really diving in. Aussie deals 11 damage, applies 2 vulnerable to all enemies. I mean, we probably want to take that. Bone Shards is interesting. It's clearly meant to be more for just like splashing in. Like the other Austie cards are about having Austie like stay alive and deal damage and all that. Whereas this one just it doesn't let you build up Austie, basically. Like they're saying it's the worst elites and this boss is also worst one, but I'm not really agreeing with it. Are you talking about specifically this boss, the waterfall one? I've only fought him once. Didn't seem that bad. Kind of unengaging. This card is for the not Austie decks. Yeah. That is what I'm getting at. Anyways, we'll take a high five. I'm not like... I don't know. I'm not like super keen on it, but it seems useful. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Yeah, waterfall and elites in those docks. I don't know. I haven't felt the elites in this owner too bad. I do think the... you're kind of annoying. Fine. Yeah, I'm going to take a fair bit of damage, actually. Well, so be it. I do think the sea serpents can be pretty awful. Well, awful is a bit strong, but they can certainly be rough. Enemy loses 3 HP. Add a bunch of souls into your draw pile. Or deal damage, add a soul into draw pile, hand, and discard. I'll take Capture Spirit, I guess. Alright, I'll accept a little bit of damage. I think it's probably for the best. I know I'm getting, like, chipped out, and that's not ideal, but fine. I don't know why I kept drawing through there. I wanted the high five for next turn, basically. Yeah, I probably should have done this differently because now he's stronger. But this should just kill him. So it all worked out. Everything was planned. Melancholy. Gain block. Reduces cards cost whenever anyone dies, which should count Austie as well, I assume. I'll take Reeve, I guess, and hopefully get something that synergizes with the souls I'm generating. There's a lot of gold. I think I just want the lower gold. I'm just not keen on the curse. It probably isn't that big an issue, especially because I have Eidolon, which I assume allows me to consume the greed as well. But I think we probably do the high 5 or the capture spirit here. I guess we'll do this. I don't know. Yeah, not quite enough to kill you. I probably should have gone for the more aggressive play and just taken the 7 damage. Well, 6 damage because Asti would have eaten 1 of it. Yeah, I'll do that because that benefits from the vulnerable, whereas the other one doesn't. And then this does 9, which is exact enough for the kill. Shuffle all your cards in draw pile, draw 5. Okay. I'll deal 7 damage. It's an additional time for each other time he has attacked this turn. I like the idea of that. I don't know anything to combo with that currently. And can anyone tell me, does Dance Macabre, you know, and the other things that talk about like cards costing 2 or more, do they still activate if that card has like been cost reduced, or does it only care about things that actively drained 2 or more energy from me? Because there's a number of cards in Necrobinder that like reduce their own cost. Nope, actually has to drain the 2. Gotcha. Because I'm pretty sure there's a helmet relic that similarly like gives block whenever you play a 2-cost thing, and I'm pretty sure that works with cost reductions. I don't know if I want another Capture Spirit. The problem is, like, the souls are nice, but I need actual payoff things for the souls. Otherwise, I have a card that just basically does fuck all for me. I'm like, yes, the draw from the souls is sort of useful, but you know what? I'll take it. I think it's wrong to take that right now, but I will do it nonetheless. I feel like I've maybe seen this once. Draw from souls is useful, but you also need something to draw. Yeah, for sure. Alright, fine, we'll do that, and then do the Reeve, and then just suck up some damage. Yeah, I was hoping for another attack this turn. I mean, I could have known that that was unlikely, but still. At least his plating is going down. Unfortunately, this is the weaker one, which only drains 3. But I'm only taking 1 damage because Hostie is absorbing 12 of it. It's not the worst. Okay. Not a great fight for me, but okay. I do like Reaper Form. 7 damage, vulnerable and weak are twice as effective. I'm not doing a ton of attacks, but that could change. I will take it. Like, it's a bit cumbersome for me right now, but fine. Fine, I'll do this. I'm not, like, wild about it, but I think that's good enough for me for now. Reperform is something that's very good from Potion, but hard to play on its own unless you have a lot of energy generation. Yeah, I mean, sort of. I think it's pretty strong to the point that it's kind of worth taking a bad hit. I'm just going to drink the regen potion right now, since this guy is going to take several turns to kill anyways. Although I suppose the Doom maybe makes that a little easier. Unfortunately, I'm not blocking his damage very well. Well, here we are. Yeah, I don't really want to take this damage, but I guess I just heal after this anyways. He does die at the end of his turn. Unfortunately, I'd take the damage first, though. Centennial Puzzle I don't hate. Sikkim is cool, but... yeah, we'll take a Blade Strike, I guess. And we kind of have to heal, because I'm low in health. Okay, everyone's favorite, the Living Fog. Still am mad about Idle Hunt. It just does not really help my needs. Yeah, unfortunately you are going to make the bombs, which I'm not wild about. Alright, he is going to die. Unfortunately, he's going to explode and hurt me first, and so I do take a lot of damage. Lose strength. Gain energy. Summon and block. Spur's kind of cool. Pull aggro, also sort of interesting. Kinda want the friendship. I'm gonna take the pull aggro. The problem is I feel pretty weak overall. Friendship is best, need upgrade. Gain block, next turn, gain energy. Chant up to 3 attacks with sharp. Honestly, the feather is kind of nice. In a way that I hate to admit. That doesn't help me now. I don't have ethereal cards. Yeah, no, I'm considering taking the Grave Warden pretty heavily. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing. It's just, if I do take that, I can't afford some other things. But yeah, I think we do that, and then... Honestly, I'll take that. I'm not wild about it, but 1 strength is pretty helpful at this moment. Yeah, I knew these guys were coming. Not great. At least they do chip themselves on the thorns, kind of. Oh, it's a lot of damage, but... So it's currently 17 incoming damage, and I've got 13 health. Okay, so that kills 2 of them. And then I have to do that or I just die. Okay, so 3 of them die thanks to the Doom. Okay, so if I do... If I do that, then that is just enough to kill you. And we barely make it out of that. Kabeko, not my favorite thing there, but fine. Fine, I'll take Sentry Mode. It's not really what I want, but I need things that increase my power at this point. So, there we go. And then I heal a tiny amount. Great. Right. Well, we'll try doing the Reaper form. I do take a lot of damage right now, which is a concern. But I think that's probably still worth it. Don't love that you weakened me. Okay, I'm not, like, super concerned about him healing, kind of, since I am still building up the Doom constantly. You're dead. I'm not necessarily dead. I'm just very likely dead. But I have a couple ways out of this. How you doing, Hearts? They're not the things I'd hope to draw. Necrobinder's my favorite new class. It's pretty cool. I think I like Regent more. And I'm sad that Watcher's not in, but yeah, I am just fucking dying. It ain't going great. I would go so far as to call it pretty fucking bad. Yeah, you heal and you set up the steam eruption because you're a son of a bitch. We get it. Yeah, I'm not happy about this, but that's how I survive. The problem is I really needed to do that on when it's killing me with the steam eruption. Well, I do just die here because I didn't get blocks. Which is unfortunate. Well, womp womp. I am curious what would have happened with the Doom. I assume it would die and then it would still do its like steam eruption thing. I don't love the steam eruption as mechanic from what little I've seen of it, but hey, here we are. Anyways, that went pretty badly. I should play Defect since he's still the lowest. Its HP changes to infinite, so yes. Well, it's just that... just wasn't sure if the Doom would end the fight. I would assume it wouldn't, but I could imagine that interaction working in some card games. Let's just do Necrobinder again. We didn't get very far. Is it even possible? Architect weakening, we stronger. I mean, Silver Crucible is pretty good. I still kind of want to do a random rare card just because there are some interesting rare cards in the pool for Necrobinder. Still hate that it takes a moment. Because, like, the Scythe could be cool. Soulstorm would be cool. Among other things. I'm mostly looking at the ones I haven't built around yet. Yeah. Again, this is the problem, is like a random rare card ranges so heavily. Because there's a lot of just like support things in here. And then there's a lot of things that are like actually built around, like Banshee's Cry and Squeeze and Hang. Anyways, I don't know. We'll go for the rare card. I do think Silver Crucible is probably the best option for me here. If Aussie's alive, he dies in game block, able to double his max HP. Yeah, okay. That's not what I wanted. At least it retains. But it's very much not what I wanted. Alright, whatever. We'll go here. 3 upgrades are best. It works magic. It is fairly strong. I'm just going to take the damage so I can kill this guy right off the bat, I think. Alright, we do what we can. I do like the picture on Sacrifice, even if it's not a card that I'm happy to have in my deck at the moment. Like, yeah, it's sort of a get-out-of-jail-free card, but on the other hand, if I am building around Ostie's HP, then I probably care about Ostie being alive. I undervalued the 3 upgrades they started taking and never regretted. It's like 3 instant... It's like an instant 3 extra campfires. Yeah, no, I took it before and I was pretty happy with it. I do like Parse, but I really would like to just have an attack right now, so we'll take the Defile. I was generally pretty happy with Defile the last time I took it. To be fair, that was partly because we were doing a deck that cared about playing ethereal cards, and that worked out very nicely, but nonetheless, you get the point. Well, Sacrifice ends up being a wasted draw for us, but that's okay. I mean, it's not like the worst card. It definitely can provide value to us. It's just not what I want. Summon 3x times. Add X souls into your draw pile. I need to sneeze and I can't sneeze. I don't know. The AoE is nice. It's not like the most incredible card, but 8 damage is 8 damage. I mean, I kind of want to take the Reed. We'll take the So. Whenever you apply Doom, game block seems reasonably good. Unfortunately, can't afford the Toxic Egg. No surprise. I do kind of like the Stickum. I maybe just want to take that. Again, Shroud, also pretty good. It doesn't do anything for me currently, though. Aussie attack build never worked for me. I haven't tried it yet. I've definitely seen some cool things for it. I'll take Sickum. We'll see how it goes. We'll get rid of that. I kind of wanted to get the Grave Warden, but I made choices. Probably should have taken the Grave Warden. Oh well, here we are. Alright. Asti is unaffected by the shrink, and so we had just enough damage. Yeah, I'll take another Defile. I think it's good when I'm about to fight an elite. Oh, how you doing, Gold Poke? What names have been taken so far? Well, we had a good run, and then we had a substantially less good run. Alright, well, now we take a chunk of damage and Asti dies. I probably should have done the sacrifice. Yeah, we're trying. I am just kind of bleeding out, though. Yeah, I have to use the potion. But he's dead. There is that. Oh well. Give me something good to eat. Unsettling Lamp. Each combat, the first time you play a card that debuffs an enemy, double its effect. Okay, don't hate it, but not really applicable to my current needs. We really needed this last time. Asti deals damage. Add retain to a card in your hand. I'll take it. I kind of want the haunt instead, but we're doing this, I guess. And I think I need to heal, so here we are. Oh, that's right. I think I actually probably wanted to go this route. Well, that's fine. This route is what it is. Not a bad time to just murder. The constrict is somewhat of a problem, but hey. The constrict goes directly into my health, but that's okay. And yes, I accidentally played the retain one. Doesn't matter, because we're just going to kill him next turn. Not too worried about it. There we go. Okay, exciting stuff. Next turn, summon 2 and gain energy. I don't know. It seems so weird. I will just skip those. Yeah, I don't know. That's sort of interesting. I don't think I'd get good value out of it. Sure, we'll do this. I probably should upgrade the sacrifice at some point if I'm going to leave it in the deck, because it being 0 cost is nice. Sturdy Clamp I don't hate, even though I'm not in great position to utilize it well. Okay. I think because I have generally low damage right now, I'm just going to pop this right now. I don't want Neurosurge. Do I apply debuffs currently? Oops. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. Okay, whatever. Not like wild about that, but here we are. That was definitely pretty underwhelming as far as options went. Oh, that counts as a debuff, the Sikkim. Of course. Didn't occur to me. Well, goodbye, chunk of my health. Yeah, I really wish I had realized that before. I would like to do the bodyguard, but I just really want to kick him into the next phase so I don't get all the garbage cards added. I'm not happy about this turn of events. I wish you could see which ones are being retained without having to hover the card. Because, like, in this instance where I can apply retain to a card, I have no indication that it has retain on it. Like, something like the sacrifice that naturally has it, yes, that makes a bit of sense, because it just always has retain, but in this instance, I cannot tell without looking at the card specifically. And especially when I have multiple defends in hand, there's no distinguishing feature on them. Okay, I'm gonna do this because I'm just gonna take a bunch of damage if I don't. I'm still taking a bunch of damage even if I do, but it's just a lot less bad than it could be. Okay, well, that was a bad fight. Whenever you play 3 or fewer cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn. Okay. Pull from below is good, though I'm not, like, super set up to use it. Veil Piercer is fine. Okay, I'll take pull from below. My deck is being pulled in a couple directions, which isn't ideal, but I need all the help I can get at the moment. I'm going to greedily go for the elite. Morphic Grove! You enter a grove of crystalline trees, and they begin to quiver excitedly. A chorus of hellos and welcomes bombard you as a group of Morphics burst forth from trees. One of the Morphics is fidgeting in the corner, clearly not as sociable as the others. Approach the group or the loner. Lose 100 gold, transform 2 cards, or gain 5 max HP. I mean, I do kind of just want to transform 2 cards. I wish transforming them kept the same rarity, so you could at least have some reliability. This game likes transform way too much. There's so many things that do transform. And I don't really like it as a mechanic. Whatever, we'll just take the 5 max HP. You reach out a hand to the lone Morphic, sympathizing with its nature. It gifts you a tiny crystal fruit and you consume it, as is custom. The fruit clarifies your mind and purpose. You give thanks, then make your way onwards. Alright, we shamefully heal. Well, goodbye, Osty. So, like, I could hit him and get 1 damage to stick through, or I can block, because I can carry over up to 10 block. So, we'll do that. Is it incredible for me? No. Is it what we're doing? Yes. So if I do this, I could do 14 damage, and I'd summon 3 as well, bringing him to 5, and so I'd still be taking a little bit of damage. I think that's probably better. Well, not entirely true. Because I can do 15 damage with this, and I can also just block some. Had I thought about it, I could have just started with the Sikkim and then done both the Snap and the Unleash. But we'll just do this. Oh boy. Os deals 3 damage. If it's the first time this card's been played this turn, draw 1 card. Fine. Again, I'm kind of splitting my deck in 2 directions, and I don't love that, but hey. I should have done this first, because then I could have doubled the debuff with the Unsettling Lamp, and that would have been better. I didn't. Here we are. So be it. Sure, we'll just take a little less damage. I don't get the extra draw from the Pocket Watch now, but fine. I'll just do that now and get the 12 block, since it's exactly as much as we need at the moment. And then we keep getting chunked down by the Birdonis, which is concerning. So that's currently 10 damage. I can play these both out, and then it becomes 20 damage. So we can do 46 damage this turn. Done. Could have gone a lot worse. Still wasn't great, but could have been a lot worse. I mean, I do want the Undeath, but I don't know that I can really deal with it. We'll take another fetch. I think it's wrong, but so be it. Okay, now you're probably going to murder me, although the pull from below does help. And admittedly, probably should just be building into the pull from below. I do appreciate that you are retained, and I appreciate that the retain doesn't wear off after a turn. Okay, so we do that, and then we fetch, You know, the whole time I'd been reading Fetch, where it says, if this is the first time this card has been played this turn, draw a card, I assumed it meant the first time a Fetch has been played, not this specific Fetch, which is apparently what it actually is. Anyways, I find that surprising. Pull from below is very good, actually. Yeah, we used it before on a run, and it did a lot of work for us. Admittedly, I should probably just use the dexterity potion. We'll try to avoid it. Okay, so you are going to get stunned this turn. So at least there's... nope, never mind. I totally was looking at the number wrong. Well, you're getting stunned this turn, I guess. That's something. Sadly, we don't have the Sikkim. Okay, I will do that now, because now it's doing decent damage, and it can roll into our next draw, since we're about to shuffle our deck. Yep, the ring is a concern, but we will do this and gain 22 block. And we get to carry over a little bit of it into the next turn, which is appreciated. Okay, we do it that way, so we get a little more defense, since Aussie has more health to burn, and we have a little more HP, essentially. You know, I keep thinking that this is an exhaust card, and I know it's not, but I keep thinking it is for some reason. Well, that would only do 25 damage, so... let's do that, even though it's less than I would like. Alright, it's real questionable, but we get there. My deck is a pile of despair, but fine. Whenever you play a card this turn, apply 3 Doom to the enemy. Yeah, we'll take Squeeze, I guess. 4 HP is more than 0 HP. You are, in fact, correct. I don't love Squeeze being a 3-cost card, but hey. The one with the hand returns. Painful memories, take my strength and leave. Gain additional energy from turn 3 onwards. Remove 5 cards from your deck. Upgrade them and return them. First time each combat, you end your turn without playing cards. Exhaust your hand. Take an extra turn. We'll take Pale's Flesh. Okay. Alright, we're gonna definitely take this route. And yeah, go through here, I guess. Well, we still take 1 damage, but on the whole, not too bad. And then I guess we just block some. And then from turn 3 onwards, we get extra energy, and we get to draw extra because of the pocket watch, so that's cute. Oh, I could have done the bodyguard first, which would have been correct, but whatever. I don't know, doesn't really matter. Again, wish it would actually tell me easily which one is retained and which one is not. Yeah, so Squeeze does a lot of damage now. Unfortunately, these guys are jerks, and I can't just squeeze them. But, I mean, I could. It would just be a big fucking waste. I do like Blight Strike. We're not taking it. We're just not doing that. And we'll take the shop, I guess. Undying Sigil. Enemies with at least as much Doom as HP deal 50% less damage. So on the turn where they would die, basically, it just does less. I don't love Snap, but it does make the Squeeze stronger and also works with the Sick'em. I think I'm taking the Friendship. Yeah. Sure. It's questionable, but here we are. Alright, I've made myself weaker. But if we get the Squeeze, we can just kind of fuck him up. And that seems reasonable. Yep, that still didn't kill you. There we go. Okay, I'll get my fetch back. End of days! That's new. Apply 37 Doom or 29 Doom to all enemies. Kill enemies with at least as much Doom as HP. Okay, that's cool. I'm not going to take it, I don't think, but it is cool. I will take Grave Warden, I guess, even though I am thickening my deck up in a way that I'm not wild about. Okay, well, that's half his health gone. Well, taking a bit of damage, but we're trying to mitigate the health loss. And also, like, if I can just stall until I draw out my my squeeze again. Like, that's pretty decent for me. Okay, I will retain that for next turn. I, for some reason, didn't even pay attention to the fact that he was attacking me. I just assumed he was putting up the thorns. I don't know why. Clearly, I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, it was a lot of damage to take for seemingly no reason. I'll take another snap, even though it's just not really what I care about. Well, gotta heal. Would love to upgrade some things, but here we are. Particularly, what I really want to upgrade is the squeeze, because it both increases the base damage and just gives us a little bit more scaling for everything. I maybe should have done the dexterity potion. Well, goodbye, health. Alright, have a nice night, Glacier. Good having you. Well, goodbye, more of my health. It was a lot of damage to him, so like, it seemed worth it. It's just, I do also need to not die. Okay, well, this is sort of a problem, but it's what we're doing anyways. Oh, slightly wrong order, but hey. You're doing 28. Alright, we'll do that, even though it's maybe wrong. I'm kind of just, like, I need to draw some attacks to just finish him off. If I draw the squeeze, then he's super dead. Unfortunately, we didn't draw the squeeze. But he is also not hurting us too badly now. Partly because I get to hold over block from one turn to the next. Wow, I really was just hoping that I would draw some things. You know what? I will just not play anything because it means that I get to draw extra cards. And that guarantees that I'm going to draw into the squeeze, which was literally at the bottom of my deck. Anyways, he's dead. Still took damage. But hey. Fine. Kind of want the snap, but I'm not taking another right now. Like, I have enough problems. Oh, I really wish I had seen that first. Yeah, I mean, I maybe just want to route here instead and just fight the one elite and get the extra rest spot. I think that's probably right. Fine, I'll lose the Defile. I like them, but so be it. I mean, it does make the pull from below worse, but we're already moving away from that. So it's not the end of the world for me. You and your goddamn tender. At least the loss of stats doesn't affect the damage from Osti.
Alright, whatever. We'll block a chunk of it. Unfortunately, you just kind of keep attacking. But yeah, we have the... We have this snap, so like we're able... I don't care. We're able to do the damage unaffected by the loss of strength, and it works out okay. Would love the vulnerable. Too bad. Yeah, I'll take the flatten for sure. Sure, I'll take the pull aggro. Yeah, I don't really want to have to heal, but we're gonna do it. Could avoid an elite. Let's go here either way. I forget what the reward for this was. Doesn't even remember what this thing gives. I think it was an artifact, in which case it would be in here. Draw 1 every 4 turns. Yeah, it's draw 2, the Polonus core. Yeah, I do want that. So, goodbye health. Like, it's a lot of health to lose, but I do really like the extra draw. So what have we not fought so far? We haven't fought the Centipede, and because we only fought the Entomancer as far as elites. So what's the third one that I'm forgetting? Oh, it's the like triangle floating thing. So like that wouldn't be bad for me. The Centipedes would be pretty bad for me, I think. Yeah, let's be... fine. Kind of want the Eradicate, but we're gonna not do that. We'll just take the Putrefy. It's not exactly what I wanted, but, you know, here we are. Okay. So... pretty sure we're just going to do the squeeze here. The sacrifice is also appealing, though. But I'll do the squeeze, just make it do more damage. There we go. Here we are. Sure, I'll do Reaper form. Whatever. Here we are. Not the most exciting, but that's life. Yeah, really need to get rid of the pull from below and such. Unfortunately, I don't have more attacks to follow up on that with Asti, but so be it. We're taking a good chunk of damage. Not in love with that. No, fine, I'll use the strength potion too. I know I'm just using up all my potions. And admittedly, I probably should have saved that for this guy doing 40 damage next turn. But I didn't. And that is perhaps questionable. Yeah, I know I'm frail, and you're going to try to murder my ass. Can't say I love that turn of events. It's only 24 damage now, only. That's how I can do most of your health with this. So it does kill you. Yeah, I probably should have done the snap so I could hold on to the draw aggro. Or pull aggro, whatever it's called. Oh, and unfortunately, you're protected this turn. Well, that's okay. We'll still give you the Doom at least. Okay, well, we're alive. Asti doesn't even die, which is fine, because now we can use the sacrifice. Because it's based on his max HP, not his current HP. Which is reasonably good for us. Alright, and then we have super block, and he's super dead, and we just barely scrape by. Ta-da! Is my deck a problem? Yeah, but we're alive. Start of your turn, add one random card into your hand, gains ethereal. No. Whenever you play a soul summon, I mean, I do like that, except I'm not generating souls. I still kind of want to take it. Cute picture, by the way. I just don't know how I just don't know how likely it is that I'm gonna be getting meaningful souls from here on out. I'll still do it, I guess. And you're maybe a problem. Probably not too bad, but maybe. Add one Apotheosis to your deck. Upgrade all your cards. We probably want the Delicate Frond. Yeah, I think that's just too useful. So I'm going to have to fight elites. Nope, there is a route where I fight no elites. And I think that's the route I want to take. I think I just want to chill and live my life. Again, having just like an army of potions certainly doesn't hurt, but Yeah, I probably should have used the flex potion. Wasn't thinking about it. Goodbye, Osty. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that now, because I do get to retain a little bit of block. It's not a lot here, but that's fine. I also start getting extra energy on this turn, and also if I just draw into what I care about, he would be dead. So it's 3 or fewer cards, so I will just only play 3 cards. So I get a bunch of extra draw, and we're just going to explode him. Oh look, he's dead! We're gonna get rid of the flex potion, because I think I can do better. Hello, how go the runs? They go okay, Jank Shank. Also deals 6 damage when you replay a card that costs 2 or more. Return this card to your hand from the discard pile. I mean, I do like that, but I also kind of want another Sikkim. I don't know, we'll take the right-hand hand. Also, I should have looked at this first. Does not matter. The Shroud is cute, but only if I, like, generate Reaper form. And I'm not going to rely on that. Don't really want to draw fewer cards. I will upgrade some cards. They were not the cards I wanted, but fine. Let's do that on you, I guess. Okay, so I can do this, which then brings right-hand hand back. And we should be fine. Unfortunately, I don't get to carry over any block to the next turn. Also, I should have taken into account that these guys were the ones who were going to attack this turn. Since I wasn't able to kill the guy before. God, it was 27 damage. Irritating. Well, feels like a waste, but there we go. Anyway, should be attacking Osty only, and so that's fine. I don't lose any permanent HP. Whatever. So be it. And then he's dead. If only I could more reliably draw into the squeeze, that'd be nice. I'm not taking End of Days. I'm not taking those. Though, like, the Reeve does give me souls, which I kind of want. Burning Sticks. First time each combat you exhaust a skill, add a copy of it to your hand. Bellows would be cute. Can't really use it. Let's get rid of another strike.
take another right-hand hand, I guess, even though I probably shouldn't. And then let's heal, because things went badly. Yeah, I don't love these guys, but at least the strength drain doesn't really affect us. Admittedly, probably should have played out one of the defense. Also, I was not paying attention to my new potions. Sure. Unfortunately, this is really not good for me because one of these is the sacrifice, which kills Asti, which means that I can't use all of these things. Oh, I guess I can bring Asti back to life. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. Just certainly not good. Alright, well... Interesting they made several old cards colorless in Slay the Spire 2. Yeah, it is an interesting choice. I don't dislike it. I think overall it's probably a good way to keep those cards around without, like, making them feel... like, feel bad to be in the card pool, I guess. Aussie getting some overtime in today. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing work for us. Who cares? There we go. Ta-da! I mean, the poke is fine. I guess I'll take another pull aggro, even though I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna take another Sikkim, though. Again, I am just, like, flooding my deck instead of not flooding my deck. And I probably shouldn't be doing that. Cute, but doesn't really help me, because Aussie doesn't benefit from that, and that's really all we care about. Sure. Embrace the thick deck. I did forget that Owl Magistrate is an enemy. I forgot that this naturally has retain, so I thought it was going to ask me for the retain, and it didn't. Also, it looks like the Shuriken isn't even triggered by Austie attacks. Unfortunately, I can't do the Putrefy and also do the Squeeze this turn, and so that means we are not doing the Putrefy. Oh, I forgot to look at my potions for a moment. And I know I keep not spending the Bone Brew, but the Bone Brew seems reasonably good for me to hold on to. And yes, I did forget to use this first. And then we're going to get the Squeeze back, and then... Oh, look! He's dead! Ta-da! Fuck it. I'll take the Melancholy now. I'll take another Sikkim, even though my deck is thick as fuck. Would your webcam cover something important if we're a bit lower? It would be nice to see if your deck size. I think it covers some things in some fights. Not entirely sure. I can lower it and see, but you'll have to let me know if it's if it's causing a problem. Because I had considered this when I was setting up the camera to be right here, but that is not what I'm trying to grab. I'll just do it this way. Okay. Let me know if that causes a problem in the future. Because I would rather cover the deck size than literally anything else, because I don't think the deck size matters that much. God, I still want to get rid of the pull from below now. I think we're just upgrading the sacrifice. Yeah, there are other things I was considering, but the sacrifice is pretty decent for us to do. Sharp, nimble, swift. That's not what I was trying to click on. I guess we're just going to do this on the right-hand hand or the fetch. Yeah, I guess we just do the right-hand hand. Occasionally we get it extra times, so why not? I don't want the clumsy. I'll just lose the HP. That's fine. I guess we do the Grave Warden. That's fine. Legit don't think I've ever taken gold from that event. I took the clumsy at least the first time that I did it, but mostly I've taken the gold. I don't really want 1,000 weak potions. Sure, we'll do it this way. We'll let the Defile burn out. Who cares? I mean, the Devour Life just doesn't really matter to me. Sure, whatever. You're gonna hurt Osty some. Someday I'll draw what I care about. At least I start getting the extra energy from here on out. I guess we'll retain that so I just never have to draw into it, basically. Sure, we'll do this and we'll just gain a bunch of block. I'm not doing great, but upcoming we have some good moments. Namely, we can do... Yeah, I do kind of want to play the Friendship this turn, but I think this is what we want to do regardless. Because it's, you know, pretty good.
Yeah, sadly I don't get to do the Sikkim. Oh well, have more weak. Who cares? Who cares? She's most of the way dead. If I draw the squeeze again, she just straight up dies. Well, there's not really any reason to be hitting onto her this turn, so here we go. Unfortunately, the vulnerable wears off, and I really wanted it not to wear off before we got to do our next thing, but alas. And yes, I recognize that I probably shouldn't have been hitting her, but that is what we did. Because she just ended up blocking it, and I could have hurt her minion instead. Yeah, this naturally retains anyways, so I'll just do that damage and I guess go for more damage. Not quite dying here, though I am taking a good chunk of damage. But, like, I have a bunch of defense when I want it. Sadly, I can't play out the Unleash or the right-hand hand right now. But you're almost dead. And then we'll just eat him for a whole bunch of block. Anyway, she's basically dead. Oh, that is a lot of damage. A lot more than I was expecting. And unfortunately, Asti is weaker now. Doesn't matter. There we go. Okay, that was a little questionable. Would have helped if I had drawn my things. I see the problem now. The webcam isn't quite covering the Queen's action preview, but it's close enough that there's bound to be combat, so it'd be a problem. Yeah, that's what I thought was the problem. So anyways, we'll reset it then. Because, again, I would just much rather... why is that not working? There we go. There we go. Anyways, I would much rather cover the deck than any actual, like, gameplay features. And there's so much, like, just... Basically, all the other screen real estate seems like it's used by something, so I figured that was the best spot to have it. Anyways, Architects, you killed my parents, you killed my friend, you killed my life. What? Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. Okay, well, we had some questionable moments on that run, but for the most part, it was okay. I haven't tried killing Queen without killing Amalgam. Looks like about the same incoming damage, though. Maybe we should stop wasting our time on the little guy. I've killed him like once, maybe twice. Basically, I always just go for the Queen. Like, her having 20 block a turn after a while is a little bit of an issue. But yeah, I don't think it was worth my effort killing him, even though it got a little questionable there. I also could have just played it better and probably just played fewer cards so that I could get the extra draw, so then I would get to the squeeze faster. Because the squeeze being 100 plus damage, it was like 150 or something, was legitimately just better than other things I could have been doing. And I probably should have just like blocked and then just tried to draw the squeeze. Because like I had turns where I was doing decent damage, but it wasn't comparable. What do you want, cat? Come on. Ugh. Chapter 1. Buy something. Tales from the Spire. Alright, have a nice night, Fury. Currency was invented. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and desperate measures cost gold. Spend that gold to acquire a morsel of food, the sharpest of daggers, or a fashionable hat. Buy something. Approach any blue-clothed merchant on a green rug, and you'll be treated to a fantastic shopping experience. We don't turn away anybody. Disclaimer, this epoch description was paid for by merchant. How exciting. We've unlocked Splash. Choose one of 3 random attacks from another character to add to your hand. Free to play this turn. No. Anointed. Put every rare card from your draw pile into your hand. Interesting. Calamity. Whenever you play an attack, add a random attack into your hand. Again, this game like really loves random effects. There's just so many of them. And like, I don't think this is a bad card, but I really could do with less random effects. I know that that's what they like, but this game just has too many random effects. There's so many things that like add a random card, or like add a random potion, or transform a card into a random other card, and so on and so forth. Alright, well, we now have both of them at Ascension 4. Should probably do Defect. I think we're going to do Ironclad, though. I think we're going to do Ironclad. What? What do you want, cat? Awaken! Upon pickup, 150 gold, remove card, or first 3 cards are upgraded. Yeah, I will do it. It does mean I basically have to draft the first 3 cards, otherwise I don't get the benefit, but as much as I like having a leaner, well-tuned deck, that generally is still quite good, because your starting deck is pretty underwhelming. Okay, I think we're doing something like this. Really hate how uneven my drawing is, but so be it. Can't really fix that. And then barring bad situations, I think we route up like that. Alright, we block, we take a little bit of damage. That's okay. I maybe should have damaged you last turn. I had thought about it, and then I didn't, and I think that was a mistake. Drawing with a mouse is bound to be uneven. Yeah, agreed, but I wish that it weren't. I want to just be able to, like, mark my path without the messiness. Like, it's cute that you can draw the map, but I really would like to just be able to mark my map without doing that. Sword Boomerang is not bad. Setup Strike is okay. Fight me!
6 damage twice, gain strength, enemy gains 1 strength. Alright, we haven't done fight me before. Let's do it. That is a lot of incoming damage. Unfortunately, I don't gain the strength until afterwards. Oh, and it only applies strength to the one that we attacked. For some reason, I thought it was all enemies, which made it a little more questionable, but that is not true. Yeah, so we're just gonna hit you twice and kill you. And then we're probably drawing the fight me again, in which case he dies. We didn't draw the fight me. Either way, he still dies. But it is disappointing. They give the ability to draw to the players. So many dicks will be drawn in multiplayer. They really underestimate the maturity of man when they're given drawing tools. I think they knew what they were doing. Bloodletting is a maybe. I need draw for that to, like, matter. Yeah, your claws, they hurt me. They hurt me real bad. Rupture is nice. Sure, I'll take it. Like, I don't know that I'm going to utilize it well. I currently have nothing that works with it, obviously, but... Play 3 random attacks from your discard pile. Unfortunately, can't do that. I kind of want Inferno. I don't know. I kind of want Inferno. Sure. I probably should just remove a card. Or I should be taking out there. I don't know. Here we are. This is what we've done. I kind of want to try to take less damage so I can actually get more healing off. Unfortunately, he weakened me and I didn't really make good use of the vulnerable, but here we are. Well, we're very close to killing him, and unfortunately I take a bunch more damage. This could be annoyed if I didn't have a way to kill him this turn. Like, it wouldn't have mattered. I would have been able to block all the damage he was doing, I think, but it still felt silly. I mean, Iron Wave is okay. I think we just want Breakthrough, though. Yeah, we'll just upgrade the Inferno, I guess. Questionable, though it may be. Okay. Prepare to take a bunch of damage, I guess. I do not have any rare cards, so that doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, I mean, we'll just take the Shockwave. Alright, he's still hitting me for a chunk, and there's nothing I can do about that, but we're just going to beat him to death and go from there.
I guess I block some of this. I do want to play the Inferno, but let's at least reduce the damage he's doing. Alright, so he is now stunned for a turn, and then he's going to try to debuff me, so I've got one more free turn to just wail on him, basically. And then he's dead. Didn't get to use up quite all my regen, that's fine. Sure. Exhaust your hand. Deal damage for each exhausted card. I mean, it's cool. I do like Pommel Strike, but I really need more energy to use it well. And in Slay the Spire 2, that's a lot more of an ask. I'm gonna not. Alright. I am going to take damage because I have no way to block these guys, but so be it. I will murder them on my turn, basically. Yeah, I don't need to use the breakthrough. So we're not going to, because I'm going to kill them next turn anyways, and so I may as well reduce how much total damage I'm taking, since otherwise I'd be taking one from the Inferno and one from the breakthrough, and I just don't have to do that. I'll take another breakthrough. I would really appreciate mid-combat healing. Sure, I'll take the heal. Yeah, we knew that would be empty. Alas. Okay, it's these losers. Okay, so we're going to give you the strength because you're the one who's not attacking this turn. And then I take a good chunk of damage, but then I just kind of murder these guys after. Well, not quite how we drew it up. But I do get to block it this turn, so that's something. Alright, well, I do have enough block, especially now that I have the Sparkling Rouge, which gives me extra strength and dexterity. Anyways, so now we explode and deal damage. Yeah, I'm gonna lose 1 HP either way, because either I lose it now or I lose it on the next turn from the Inferno, so we just do that. The Nunchucks is not bad. Second Wind is cool, but not really applicable to my needs. I'll take another Breakthrough, even though I probably should stop taking those and start taking things that hit multiple times. I forgot this exists. The cat is pretty content. She is snoozing in my arms. It does force me to lean pretty far back like this, though. Alright, and then we explode and he dies! Look at us go. How
from Beyond. Haven't seen that yet. Damage to all enemies. Start of your turn. Plays from the exhaust pile. Ah, gotcha. That's cool. So, yeah, we have to exhaust it with another card, but then it just plays every turn, which is... I really like that design. I really enjoy, you know, combo pieces like that. Okay. Well. Let's get some max HP. Does it ever end? Not that we've seen. If you bathe any longer, you will die. Yeah, that's the worst I've seen. Alright. So, we're not gonna fight the elite. Yeah, I was worried that we'd fight somebody here, but that's okay. Because I at least heal up a good chunk. How you doing, Lebachuka? So I expected Howl from Beyond to work like Bombardment. You exhaust it once and it plays forever. Unfortunately, once it plays from exhaust, it goes back to discard pile and you have to exhaust it again. Ah, gotcha. That is disappointing. That's not how I would have expected. But that does make sense that it's a little different from Bombardment, I guess. Still cool, though, because there are a lot of ways for you to be exhausting it repeatedly. Well, unfortunately, we're not quite able to kill him that turn, which is not great. From what I thought I was going to have to use the breakthrough and take more damage. I was like, I don't want to take more damage just to kill him. But I didn't have to. We are going to take the Battle Trance, because it's pretty good. I'm not clicking the Elite on accident. I will take the Sword of Stone, though I don't know when we're actually going to fight the elites. How coming back lets you keep exhausting with Thrash, though, which scales the bejesus out of it. I mean, yeah, that is cute. I think overall it works for sure. Right, let's rest and get back a moderate amount of HP. Like, we still have concerns, but I do have the power potions if I really want them, which I kind of do. So we're just gonna do this and make that free to play. Let's do the colorless potion right now. Yeah, let's just do Mayhem. Unfortunately, I have a bunch of I have extra energy this turn on a turn where I don't need it. But, how you doing, Sal? What do you think about Slay the Spire 2 compared to Monster Train 2? Doing alright. Was not very productive today, and that's a bit of a problem, but so be it. I did not realize that it had played the power as my starting thing until I saw it. Anyways, not bad for us, though. Reasonably good turn for that. But anyways, whatever. Not the most productive day, but on the whole, I'm doing alright. As far as Slay the Spire 2, I like it. I will say that it certainly doesn't appeal to me as much as Monster Train does. But I was expecting that to be the case. Like, I'm not at all surprised by that turn of events. I think it's a step up from Slay the Spire 1. I like that they have addressed many of my personal concerns from Slay the Spire 1. Like, they've done away with the, they've largely done away with the, like, boss artifacts are boon and a curse. Like, I hate that.
The events on the whole are a lot more interesting and generally more player friendly, which I appreciate quite a bit. The new characters are cool. I like their design sense a lot. I like the changes that were made to Ironclad, moving all the like status generation out of that and focusing on the other aspects of Ironclad. I think that ends up feeling a lot more fun to me with Ironclad. I really like Sly being introduced on Silent. Makes the discard archetype feel a lot more fun and fluid and cool. You just beat a boss. Here's both a reward and a punishment. Yeah, I really disliked that design. I've hated it in literally every deck builder that I've played that has implemented it. And a lot of those are still good games, like Spell Rogue does that. But I do hate it in Spell Rogue as well, despite how much I like Spell Rogue. Because part of the thing is, like, it's not optional. Kind of. Like, yes, Slay the Spire, you don't always have to take one of the energy relics. But, like, the game is more or less, like, scaled, expecting you to take extra energy. At least one, usually two. This is more true of games outside of Slay the Spire that use this design. And it's, like, I really dislike that design sense. For a multitude of reasons, like, not least of which being that depending on what your deck is doing and depending on which artifacts you happen to be offered, it might either be absolutely crippling to you or not matter in the slightest. Like, it might just not interact with what you're doing at all, in which case it feels silly. It just feels like unwarranted good or bad luck. And I really just don't like that. Just not a fan. But anyways. On the whole, I appreciate a lot of the things that they have done with Slay the Spire 2. What is Hellraiser? Whenever you draw a card containing strike, it is played against a random enemy. That's really cool. Not applicable to my current needs. But it's a cool design. And technically it does sort of work for me in that I have like the battle trance, and if I leave these strikes in, it will free play them for me. But start your turn, put a random attack from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. I do like that. Sure. Partly just because it gives me greater chances to, like, play the fight me repeatedly. And that seems pretty good. You are not the one that I wanted to see. Such a strong boy you are! Come and eat something. Can't slaughter on an empty stomach. Start each combat with an additional 4 energy. It's not wildly helpful to me. If I could, like, guarantee that I started with a battle trance in hand, it would be good. Or if I had ways to make more things innate. But I don't. So return, spend 5 gold to gain energy. Obtain 4 wax relics. I think we're doing the Seal of Gold. I do just really like that. Like, yeah, it's going to drain my gold, but that's fine. It's definitely makes us a lot stronger. Again, I could fight like 4 elites, but it's a lot of time to go without healing. Or at least a lot of time to go without healing being an option. Alternatively, I like cut through the center here, and I just like fight 2 elites, and like that's not bad. I get a lot of rest spots. I don't know how much I need the rest spots. I definitely want to upgrade, at the very least, aggression and battle trance. I will say I do sort of want to remove some strikes from my deck, but I think that's just not happening. And there's also the possibility that we get tanks on the next one, and he lets us transform the strikes into mauls, and that wouldn't be the worst. Since we're doing a lot of things to generate strength, and so having a bunch of multi-hit attacks is not bad, but... Could also go here and fight an elite instead of that. I think we just want to go through the center, though. I'm not, like, wild about this choice. Oh, that's right. I did want to fight more elites for the Sword of Stone. Well, that's fine if we never end up getting to utilize it well. Oh, and I get energy back because I played enough attacks. How convenient. I mean, I'm still taking damage, but taking less damage at least. Alright, well, we do just kind of murder. Gain block, apply vulnerable. I don't hate it. I do like Shrug It Off. I like that Wax Seal isn't as heinously unfun as Ectoplasm was, even if they play in the same space of limiting player gold. I don't remember what Ectoplasm was. Was that the one that you just can't gain any gold? Sure, we'll take the taunt. Again, I feel like Flame Barrier is less good in a world where it's harder to get extra energy. And I know that I am saying that when I do already have extra energy per turn, but still. Yep, can't pick up gold from any sources with it. Yeah, I will say I definitely do appreciate Seal of Gold a lot more than that, for sure. Well, let's just kill you and take less damage. Alright, well, I take damage. I would love to be able to get the increased version of Burning Blood. The problem is, like, it's one of the boss artifacts, and I think I've missed my chance at it, because I don't think Ouroboros spawns on the third act. And B, there are other things I want more than that. I just want the healing to offset how much damage I'm doing to myself. Pommel Strike is cool. And I do like that it would work with Hellraiser. Obviously, we didn't take Hellraiser, but still. I'm gonna skip. Yeah, these guys might ruin my shit. Ow. I just can't quite kill you. This is why we need less strikes. We just need much stronger damage sources. Anyways, we'll just absolutely blow you up and blow you up. No. And True Grit is kind of cool, but not gonna take. I hate this art. I have not seen this before, but I hate it. Ectoplasm was also limited to only showing up from boss swap or following Act 1, and the Looter Mugger were common in Counter Act 2. Couldn't even pick up the gold they stole after killing them. Yeah. Welcome to Wongos.
Welcome to Wongos! We have what you want at Wong-tastic prices, says the least enthusiastic clerk you have ever met. Peruse our wares and enjoy your time at Wongos, they continue, without even looking up. Wongo's Bargain Bin. Pay 100 gold, obtain 1 common relic. 200 gold, obtain a lasting candy. We are not going to downgrade a random card. I will just buy the common relic. Enemies drop additional gold. Okay, I spent 100 to do that. We are Wongo wowed by your generosity, wonderful patron. You now have 32 Wongo points. With just 1,968 more points, you receive our exclusive Wongo Customer Appreciation Badge. Have a Wong-tastic day. You have no clue what they are talking about and vow to never return to a Wongos. I assume the Wongo points accumulate across runs, which is a little horrifying. Okay. So, we're going to start by upgrading aggression, I guess. Because if we're going to use it, we at least want it available from the beginning. Okay. Yeah, it didn't occur to me that he was going to gain the block, and therefore I should have, like, vulnerabled him first. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna hurt me pretty bad, and I know that's partly because I gave you strength. Yeah, that's not good. Not wild about that. Like, I should murder him at least. But that was a lot of damage to take. Yeah, I'll take the blood wall. And then we're going to heal. At least with all the extra HP I have, healing is pretty good. It would be nice if I had, like, the Regal Cushion as well. I don't hate the Happy Flower. I want to do the breakthrough, but we're just going to do this. I gain strength, and I don't take as much damage, and he gets stunned. Wonder what the Act 2 and Act 3 alternates will end up being. Yeah, I look forward to seeing them. It's probably my most anticipated thing at the moment. Oh, fuck me. I, for some reason, was thinking that I was going to trigger the Inferno again. Like, it's fine. I will trigger it at the start of my turn, yada, yada, yada. But I should have done other things. I just got carried away. So be it. Anyways, don't need to get fancy. Don't need to use the breakthroughs. We just kill. We did take damage, but so be it. I should maybe take the Iron Wave. I'm not going to. Okay. Sure. I will mangle you. And then do 1 damage to myself, and then accidentally not play out the other one. I mean, it's kind of fine to not play out the other, but
Yeah, I don't hate getting the mango back, though I do wish that it were 0 cost right now. Yeah, that's not the one I was hoping to get back, but fine. Okay, there's still a good amount of real cards in there, so we'll go ahead and hurt him, because, like, I do need to just kill him. Okay. Probably didn't need to use the breakthrough, but that's okay. If you do not play anti-attack during your turn, game block. Yeah, I don't really do that. Juggling's cute. I don't think that I can really use it. I will take Rage, even though I don't know that I have enough draw to really support that. I mean, it's fine in general. It's just, it's better when I can draw a lot more and get it more reliably and with more cards in hand. Okay, whatever. Have some energy of your own, I suppose. And then we'll block what we can block. And by energy, I mean strength. The other thing. We don't do that here. That is how it feels. I didn't really want the nunchucks to trigger this turn. I didn't have enough things to play. That is a lot more damage than I'm happy with. And I meant to play out more of the defense, and I didn't. Could pop my potion finally, but I'm gonna not. I'm trying to save it, which is probably incorrect, but we're doing okay. I am healing a lot, but also that's most of the way fine anyways. Fortunately, that doesn't really matter. Had a few runs with Doom Focus Necro where Basin's pretty much 100% on the good times. Yeah, I mean, I've been happy with it at other times. This is just not one of those times. Also, Prayer Wheel, not that exciting. Stomp is pretty good. Vicious is pretty solid. 8 damage to all enemies. 2 additional damage for each other attack you've played this turn. I mean, I do like Conflagration. I'm not confident I'm applying that much vulnerable. I'll still take the Vicious. I just think it's good enough for the most part. Seems kind of okay with aggression, guaranteeing an extra attack in each hand. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do the breakthrough, but I'm trying to just not take too much damage, and like not putting out the toxics is concerning. Okay, we kill your buddy, and then we just kill you, and it's fine, and we're at lowish health, but that's okay, kind of. Sometimes it's just life. I'm gonna skip, even though the flame barrier is okay. I'm going to take the bloodletting, questionable though it may be. We're going to heal one more time. This is maybe unnecessary, but we're just going to go ahead and do that already. Just make sure you're getting a little bit of extra damage. Alright, I'll do the blood wall. I take less damage from him, which is saying none. And I do trigger my own effects, which is not unwelcome. You know what? I wasn't going to do this, but I guess I will. I should have done it earlier, so I would have had the extra strength first, but here we are. Not sure why this guy gets to hit like a freight train while he clogs your draws and taxes your energy to avoid instant death. I mean, you're saying the words right there. Like, it's so that you have to balance those decisions. But, like, I get what you're saying, that you think he hits too hard regardless and is doing too much. He does hit pretty hard, but I've also only lost to him once, so, like, I'm not convinced that it's a huge problem. And there we go. I think designs like that, though, are less an issue if they would actually tell you what bosses you're fighting from the beginning. Would love it if they did. Don't think I'm ever going to convince the devs to change that, though. But would love it. Demon form's cool. Not really helpful to us right now. Cruelty, also good. I'm not applying that much vulnerable. Stoke is interesting. Not going to take that. I think we're just going to skip altogether. The cruelty is kind of nice, but I've got enough setup stuff already. Hi, cat. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Ooh. Alright. 5th card you play each turn is free. Not bad for us, kind of. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Start of each combat. Shuffle 3 days into your draw pile. I'm not feeling that. Enchant all card rewards with Glam. We'll just take Brilliant Scarf. Not sure how often it's going to come up, but it's going to come up enough. Well, not wild about this. Well, goodbye some amount of my max HP, because there's nothing I can do about that. It's not like the end of the world. It just annoys me a little bit that I have... Like, I have ways to deal with these, and I did not draw any of them. Okay, so I get to draw extra cards. Unfortunately, I'm not hitting that. Okay, I guess uppercut cat wordplay is not funny. I did not realize that's what you were going for, Tom. Did not make the connection. Unfortunately, I've lost 8 max health already, and that fills me with great unknowable sorrow. Well, 2 Entropic Brews is not super helpful. It's still not bad, but it's not as good as it could be. The Twin Strike is fine. I'll take another Battle Trance, though. And I will take the Uppercut, since now the extra draw is pretty appealing. Anyways, I don't think I looked at the map yet. So I'd have to fight 3 elites to turn on the sword. Which which is it's doable. I don't know if I want to. I think it's probably just better that I don't. Yeah, I can get through this area with fighting very few things. Which I think is probably just better for me right now. Specifically the reason why I wait for Ironclad Run. Gotcha. Grave of the Forgotten was a single grave with a roiling blue flame. A prideful warrior died in battle, but its soul is restless. It wants to keep fighting. You feel it begging to journey with you, but perhaps it's better for it to face the truth. Locked! You have no cards with Exhaust that can be enchanted. I assume that would have removed Exhaust. Whenever you exhaust a card, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Alright, we'll take the Forgotten Soul. It's a derpy picture. You place your hand on the grave and whisper, "Ascend with me." In response, the flames draw out from the grave and coalesce into a burning soul and hover around you loyally. It knows what you are and wishes to escort you to your final destination. No exhausting cards on Ironclad as bananas. I mean, it's not that weird. You don't have to play that way. I mean, honestly, the Juzu Bracelet is kind of appealing right now just because it ensures that all these events are not going to be fights. I don't think that really matters. I think we're going to remove a basic-ass strike, and we'll take another rage, and that's fine. I don't know that that's even worth it. We'll see if we can do 150. Unfortunately, I don't get the extra draws because the battle trance prevents me from drawing. Something I should have maybe taken into account at some point, but I didn't. Regardless. And yes, I am sacrificing HP. Not that it matters here, but I actually like the Wing Charm thing early. The one that gives Swift. I find it a little questionable. I like the idea, but there are plenty of times where, because like energy generation is limited. Yeah, it didn't occur to me that I would draw more from that. Because energy generation is somewhat limited, there's going to be a lot of times where I just, like, can't play the things that I draw. Great. Upgrade 2 strikes. Not what I wanted, but that's fine. Flash of Steel is good. It is less good in a world where we're using Battle Trance. I'm just going to remove a card, maybe. The problem is I don't want to get, like, too low, otherwise I start losing the Seal of Gold. You know what? I'll just not worry about it. I think we'd be fine even if I did, but just for safety's sake. Flash may be still good to count up to Scarf. Fair point. Now you didn't get the worst result, getting humiliated by the target dummy. We did do that before.
Okay, I get a little bit of extra block. Excuse me. I mean, I donate the blood potion. I unfortunately don't have more actual attacks to use this turn. And I really was hoping for a way to apply vulnerable, but, you know. Okay, well, that's something. So now we gain energy and some strength. And then we do a lot of damage. Probably could have just played out the strikes instead of that, but that's fine. Sure, I'll take another blood potion. Certainly not bad for me. The Twin Strike is kind of appealing. We're not going to bother. The Dismantle also is good, but we're just not going to bother. Oddly Smooth Stone is fine. Okay, I'm going to upgrade the Battle Trance. I was sort of planning to heal here, but that's a lot less necessary when I now have the blood potions. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Didn't really want to fight you. Unfortunately, that's not super helpful. Yeah, we'll just do that to add on more vulnerable. Caca! Yep. Mega Cultist is fun. I think it's a good design. I didn't want to fight it here, but... Okay, and then I can still play out everything. Not that I needed to play out the defend that turn. This is why I wanted to get rid of more of the strikes. Because they are a waste of my time. Oh, fair. Didn't realize I was going to get to play both of those. Well, time to take some damage. I will drink this now. It's not as much healing as one might desire, but it's still good. Would have been better if they hadn't drained my max HP. I love strikes, especially when I pulled the Hellraiser and Perfected Strikes. Fair enough. I did see Hellraiser before. It looks cool. It's a bit overkill, but I'll take another Rupture. Gonna skip those, though I do like the Stomp. I probably should be upgrading the Rages, but on the other hand, if we just kill all of our enemies fast enough, who cares? Okay, it doesn't matter that we're doing that one last because he blocks the vulnerable either way. Unfortunately, there's a lot of damage, and I have no block. I technically could have played none of my attacks and gotten the block from the Ripple Basin. That did not seem worthwhile. Don't need to defend if I kill my target fast enough. And is generally how we're viewing this right now. Unhelpful, nunchucks. Unhelpful.
Don't like drawing both battle trances in the same turn. It's not the greatest. We knew this was a possibility when we took 2 of them, but still. Alright, at least I can meaningfully vulnerable you now. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately we haven't made the sword, but that's okay. Alright, fine. And yes, I should have looked at this first. You'll take the spite. Later on, it will work a lot better for me. Like, later on in the fight. I don't need another vicious. Don't need. Omni Slice is kind of cute. Alright. Weirdly, I'm gonna take this. Take a Spite 0. It's better for your diet. Alright, I'm still fairly low on HP. That's okay. It's higher HP than I go into this fight in a lot of the time. Okay. Can't actually draw with this because of the battle trance, so well, that's fine. Also, I should see what I get off of this. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for blood potion. May as well pop it right now. There's not really any reason not to. Alright, fine. We'll do that. I do have the Rupture. Okay, let's do the beatdown. Unfortunately, I can't play these. Also, probably should have done the flex potion. Anyways, I take some damage. Who cares? Don't love getting debuffed, but not too worried about it either. Yeah, I was really hoping for more. We at least do some decent work there, but she is kind of being annoying. Okay. Let's do the bash, which draws me some cards. They were not the most exciting cards. I could do the uppercut as well. I think that's not that important to me. Yeah, I should have done that first because that gains me strength. I have extra energy. Can't do anything with it. Also, again, could have and should have popped the potion earlier. Either way, like, we're killing her. I'm not too worried about the general situation. Like, she's pretty super dead once I commit to it. Also, I will finally pop that, though it kind of is meaningless. Anyways, the point is, like, I can play this, and then I can also do the breakthrough, and or not the breakthrough, the, whatever the thing is, the beatdown. And so I could have played those same breakthroughs again right after playing them. And that would have been good. Anyways, a bit of a clunky fight, but we were quite strong. Cursed to fight forever, aren't you? Architect, arch enemy. Do you even know your name? Who needs names anyways? And thus we die once more. Ascension 4 unlocked. Someday we'll get to Ascension levels that truly challenge me. Like, I know I've lost a couple of these runs, but those are mostly down to my own greed rather than feeling like it was an unwinnable situation. I mean, I'm having a good time. It's just that, like, it does fucking irk me that I can't go up higher on the Ascensions. Regardless, so be it. We're doing what we can. But yeah, I will say, I really like what I've seen for adjustments to Ironclad's card pool. Some of the new cards are cool. I appreciate having so much less of the status generation. It feels good. He's still a pretty basic character, but it feels more nuanced now, kind of. I don't know. I just think it's fun. I think it's a fun character. Not as fun as some of the others, but I'm having a good time. Anyways, I would like to keep playing, but I should stop because I have things to do tomorrow morning. So I'm going to go do other things like sleep, maybe eat between now and then. We'll see. Greed is love, greed is life, and we pray to the jank god anyways, so as is possible, you can have fun failing lower ascension runs. I do like playing jank. Like, I have way more fun trying to experiment and make unusual things work than trying to, like, force the optimal route all the time. I just think it makes, like, especially for how much time I put into deck builders, it is just a much more enjoyable experience not doing the same thing every single run. Sleep is for the weak and the elderly. Speaking of, I think I need a nap. Anyways, thanks for being here, friends. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you back on Monday. As I was saying, we might start doing more Monster Train 2 next weekend. Don't know. If you have preferences, please tell me. But we might just, like, split it half and half. I don't know. I'm having a good time with Slay the Spire. Obviously, there's a lot more that I still want to play. But we also have more to do with the Crowns and Monster Train 2 and yada, yada, yada. Here we go. Anyways, have a nice night. See you later.